Welcome to my class of cyber security. Today we will learn about the phases of ethical hacking. We have already learned about ethical hacking. Also, we have seen the overview of the different phases of ethical hacking. Today we will learn in detail about ethical hacking. Ethical hackers learn and perform hacking in professional manner based on the direction of the client and later present a maturity scorecard highlighting the overall risk and vulnerabilities and suggestions to improve. In the dawn of international conflicts, terrorist organizations funding cyber criminals to breach security systems either to compromise national security feature or to extort huge amount by injecting malware and denying access, resulting in the steady rise of cybercrime. Organizations face the channel of updating hack preventing tactics, installing several technologies to protect the system before falling victim to the hacker. What are the benefits of ethical hacking? The primary benefit of ethical hacking is to prevent data from being stolen and misused by malicious attackers, as well as discovering vulnerabilities from an attacker's point of view so that weak points can be fixed. Implementing a secure network that provides or that prevents security breaches. Defending national security by protecting data from terrorists. Gaining the trust of customers and investors by ensuring the security of the products and data. Helps protect networks with real world assessment. Now we will learn about the types of ethical hacking. It is no big secret that any system, process, website, device can be hacked. It is the known process. In order to understand how the hack might happen and what the damage could be, ethical hackers must know how to think like malicious hackers and know the tools and technique they are likely to use. First is web application hacking and system hacking. Then there are different types of hacking: wireless network, web server hacking, social engineering. These are other types of hacking tools. What are the steps of ethical hacking? Reconnaissance, scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, clearing tracks. First is planning and reconnaissance. The first step in ethical hacking is to define the scope and goal of test as well as testing method to be followed. It also addresses intelligence to understand the potential vulnerabilities and how a target works. The prospective footprinting is made through search engine, web services, social network sites, DNS, email, network, etc. by using footprint tool. This is the first step of hacking. It is also called as footprinting and information gathering phase. Actually, this is the first step where the hacker tries to collect information about the target. It may include identifying the threat, finding out the target's IP address, range, network, DNS record, etc. This is the first step, and it is also termed as footprinting also. We usually collect information about three groups: network, host, people involved. There are two types of footprinting: active, directly interacting with the target to gather information about the target. Example, using Nmap tool to scan the target. Passive, trying to collect the information about the target without directly accessing the target. This involves collecting information from social media, public websites, etc. Now, the second step is scanning. In this step, scanning is performed to understand how a target reacts to various intrusion attempts in two ways: when the application's code is static and when the application's code is functioning. The latter is most practical way to understand the application's performance in real time. Three types of scannings are involved. Port scanning. This phase involves scanning the target for the information like open ports, live system, various service running on the host. Vulnerability scanning, checking the target for weakness or vulnerability which can be exploited, usually done with the help of automated tool. Network mapping, finding the topology of network, routers, firewalls, server if any, and host information and drawing a network diagram with the available information. Then we see about network mapping, finding the topology of network routers, firewall, server if any, and host information and drawing a network diagram with the available information. This map may serve as a valuable piece of information throughout the hacking process. Now we will learn gaining access. First of all, let me describe something. In this phase, hacker designs the blueprint of the network of the target with the help of data collected during phase 1 and phase 2. Since this is the third phase, the hacker has finished enumerating and scanning the network and now decide that they have some option to gain access to the network. For example, say hacker chooses phishing attack. The hacker decides to play it safe and use a simple phishing attack to gain access. The writer decides to infiltrate from the IT department. They seek that there have been some recent hires and they are likely not up to speed on the procedures yet. A phishing email will be sent using the CTO's actual email address using a program, and sent out to the techs. The email contains a phishing website that will collect their login and password using any number of options. The hacker sends the email asking the users to log into a new Google portal with credential. They already have the social engineering toolkit running and have sent an email with the server address to the users, masking it by the users. Now we learned this is a crucial step where the web application is attacked using SQL injections, cross-site scripting, backdoors, etc. to find the vulnerabilities and then exploit them by stealing, intercepting traffic, and interfering privilege to understand the amount of damage that it can be done. The phase is where the hacker breaks into the system or network using various types of tools of the method. After entering into system, he has to increase his privilege to administrator level so he can install an application. He needs to modify data or hide data. Last is maintaining access. This is the fourth step. Once a hacker has gained access, they want to keep the access for future exploitation and attack. Once the hacker owns the system, they can use it as a base to launch additional attack. In this case, the owned system is sometimes referred to as zombie system. Now that the hacker has multiple email accounts, the hacker begins to test the account on the domain. The hacker from this point creates a new administrator account for themselves based on the naming structure and try and blend in. This is a step of penetration testing. The vulnerability is used as persistent present for long. Hacker might just hack the system to show it was vulnerable, or he can be so mischievous that he wants to maintain or persist the connection in the background without the knowledge of the user. This can be done using Trojan rootkits or other malicious files. The aim is to maintain the access to the target until he finishes the task he planned to accomplish in the target in the infected system in order to steal sensitive information. Hacker may just hack the system to show it was vulnerable, or he can be so mischievous that he wants to maintain or persist the connection in background without the knowledge of user. This can be done using Trojan rootkit or other malicious file. The aim is to maintain the access to the target until he finishes the task he planned to accomplish in the target. Now next step, this is fifth step, clearing tracks. Why clearing tracks and analysis? So that no one can reach them. No thief wants to be caught. An intelligent hacker always cleans all evidence so that in the later point of time no one will find any traces behind to him. This involves modifying computing or deleting the values of logs, modifying registry values, and uninstalling all application he used and deleting all folder he created. Final stage of penetration test is to compile the result by analyzing the commenting about the vulnerabilities exploited across the data and the amount of time that the tester can remain unnoticed in the system. Thank you for watching.